and collegiate 4x1600s. Illinois State, Drake, Wartburg, St. Louis, Air Force, Iowa State, Gonzaga, North Central, Bradley, Indiana State, Iowa, Illinois Chicago, and Park U. Meet record 16:09:45. Iowa State all the way back to 1981. And we're underway. Looks like a scratches for Air Force and Iowa.
And 4x1600.
So our field now 11.
Illinois State. Drake. Drake has won this event twice at the relay, the last coming in 1968.
And Wartburg is going to go to the early lead. Christopher Collette Sr. leading off.
Wartburg. Coaches, please, if you have relay changes for what you entered, please turn those in.
Indiana State, Park right together. Gonzaga popping outside a little bit. That's Jacob Afonso.
And it is Wartburg.
So Collette will take the lead. Everybody else falling in line. Now St. Louis pushing up. That's Lucas Iwanowski. And Indiana State getting a little racy here as well. Ethan Breen, the senior, goes to the lead after 2 laps. Iowa State up to the second position. Emmanuel Galdino. And Indiana State back in front. And that's Karp Mukai, the leadoff for Gonzaga. You see him get outside again. Peter Smith is actually Iowa State's leadoff, so again, those coaches changing the order around very early in the meet. Got to keep everyone guessing. But yeah, we got 5 teams. Drake is up front there. One lap to go in the first carry. And Notre Dame's women being saluted now after their great effort. And look at this kick. And now Illinois State making a big push. Yusuf Beg, the sophomore. bursts into the lead. All these guys have kick in them. Illinois State, Indiana State, Drake. Here we come to the first exchange at 1600.
Indiana State and Drake.
Indiana State, Drake, and Illinois State.
Indiana State first to make the exchange.
So it's all blue at the line. 4:12.66 for the Sycamores, 4:13.10 for the Bulldogs. Redbirds 4:13.82. Then Bradley, Iowa State. But really all 5 of those teams close enough. And now Bradley pushing their way up front.
Now Bradley with Max Dietrich.
Max Dietrich taking the point. So it's Bradley, Indiana State, Drake, Illinois State, and Iowa State close by.
Bradley, Indiana State, Drake, Illinois State, Iowa State, Gonzaga.
Jackson Krieg, the senior for Indiana State right now.
And Illinois State to the lead.
Now Illinois State takes the lead.
Bradley, Drake, Iowa State moving up on the outside of the lead group. The Cyclones are in second.
That's Ethan Reynoso.
Bradley and Drake, Indiana State.
Iowa State making a push with an athlete who's not even on the list of the 5 submitted. I'm going to guess that's, well, no. It's hard to tell. It's not a number of the names submitted at all. 6:25 at the line, as long as they know which leg they're on. But it's Illinois State, Iowa State.
And that lead group of
Then Bradley.
Illinois State in the lead. Iowa State.
Of course, Gonzaga and Drake in it right now. For Drake, Aiden Ramsey, the freshman. For Gonzaga, Sam Geiger was scheduled. That is him, a sophomore. So now we have 6 teams all working together. And the pace really picks up with the second leg. And now Indiana State trying to pick some speed up.
Illinois State. Now Drake with Ramsey. Ramsey takes the Bulldogs to the lead. A lap to go.
And Drake goes to the lead.
On this leg.
So Cale Light for Indiana State right now.
Gonzaga running third. Indiana State challenging for the lead, and the Sycamores move.
And for Drake, it's Aiden Ramsey.
200 to go on this second carry.
And a big kick. Boy, this has been a fast second carry. The first was, again, 4:12.66 was the best. That was Indiana State, and they may continue to lead at the halfway point. Indiana State, Bradley, Gonzaga, Iowa State. Sorry, Indiana State, Drake, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Bradley, Illinois State. So 6 teams still there, and it'll be Drake and Indiana State together. 8:26.29. So it seemed a little quicker, but these are 4:13 mids. And of course, the big improvement was Gonzaga with Geiger, a 4:10. And they're pretty solid now in the third position. But all 6 of those teams still together, and we are just halfway through this 4x16.
Indiana State, Drake.
This group off to a respectable start on that first lap of their carry.
Illinois State.
There's Jackson Creek leading the way.
It is Indiana State with the lead on the backstretch. Big group of 6. Gonzaga and Drake side by side in second
And I'm going to correct myself. This is Kale Light. Krieg ran the last leg. 33, 98, and 96. Very similar bib numbers. That's my excuse.
The discus yesterday, the shot put today. Winning throw 58-7.
And I think the same case with Gonzaga. I think we had Nick Braz, and now it's Geiger.
Women's discus has begun on the north field. Amelia Smith is Nebraska the leader, 51-23, 168-1. Women's triple jump was concluded. Robinson of St. Louis, your winner, 12:42, 40 feet 9. And past the high jump apron and to the backstretch. This is the third leg of this 4x16.
And our Gonzaga runner looking to take the lead on the outside.
Indiana State and Gonzaga.
And that is indeed Geiger now on the carry. So that was Nick Braz on the last lap.
Illinois State.
Juan Trasaberas, the sophomore for Drake.
And here come your leaders off the turn. They'll have one lap remaining on this leg. Indiana State.
And we'll pick up the pace there. It'll be the final lap of the third carry. Indiana State, Gonzaga, Drake, Bradley, Iowa State, Illinois State. No one's dropped out yet from this lead group. 2,000 meters to go in the event.
Indiana State, Gonzaga, and Drake now trying to put some separation from those other three. The Cyclones moving into 4th on the backstretch. Here come your leaders off the turn. We're getting set to go to the anchor.
And here we come for the anchor leg. It'll be Drake, Indiana State, and Gonzaga all together. Important time to spread out, find the receiver, and they all do it just fine. And the handoffs all get out of the way nicely. That's how you run relays. Indiana State at 12:40.10, so that was a 4:13. For Gonzaga, Geiger went 4:12.98. So Gonzaga a little faster than everybody else. Drake in third after a 4:13.6. Iowa State a 4:13.7. Illinois State, Bradley. So the big 6 still out there. 4 laps remaining. And now we're separating a little bit. Bradley off the pace at the start of this. So it's the teams in blue up front.
3 laps to go.
1 lap in, 3 to go. Collegiate hurdles are next. University and College Division prelims.
Indiana State and Drake, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Illinois
Jason
State,
Dworak, the
Bradley.
junior, for Indiana State. For Gonzaga, that's Will Smith, the junior.
And here are your leaders. Really got a conference battle up
Our next
front.
high school
Indiana
event
State
will be the
and
4x2s,
Gonzaga.
just before 1:30, both of them. Pretty exciting possibilities there. 2 to go in the collegiate 4x16.
And St. Louis.
Now Drake goes to the lead.
Off the turn. Indiana State, Gonzaga, and
Aiden
Drake.
Simon on the final carry.
Drake getting the fire anchor carry. Zag's on their shoulder.
See Iowa State and Illinois State not too far behind. Here we go, 1 to go. And all 3 teams in play, Indiana State, Gonzaga, Drake. And the rain starts to fall again.
For Gonzaga. At 28:04 for 10K at Stanford earlier this season.
Gonzaga, Drake, Indiana State, still anyone's race
We're at the scoreboard.
with 200 to go. Now Drake picking up the pace with Simon.
Drake has not won a relay at the relays since
Smith for
1960,
Gonzaga.
and it was before
And Indiana State's not done yet. It's a drag race to the finish in the 4x16 for the men. And here comes Will Smith, the Gonzaga junior.
Simon on the anchor.
And the Zags take it. Drake second, Indiana State third, 16:50.57, a 4:10 for Will Smith. So Gonzaga gets 2 legs of 4:10, which is the difference maker. Drake second, Indiana State third, Illinois State, Iowa State, Bradley, the Big Six, and then Wartburg gets a strong finish. I believe that was Sam Schmitz, and they end up breaking away from the chase group, grabbing 7th. Then Illinois, Chicago, St. Louis U, North Central, and Park.
50-87, Indiana State, Illinois State, Iowa State, and Bradley. Round out the top 6. In the high jump for the boys, we are at 6'3", and we have clearances from Zillman of Fairfield and Carlson of Forest City. A number of athletes alive in that competition, but 2 clearances so far at 6'3". The women's discus on the north field will be going to the second flight beginning warm-ups. Amelia Flynn of Nebraska, the leader, 51-23, 168-1.